Man, that was easy. I should do that more often. In this video, I go over how I built the first wall and I'll raise it with the help of friends. Check it out. Good morning, everyone. Ding ding, coffee's up. Happy Saturday out there. It is yet another weekend and another time for an update on Project Red Leaf. We got some progress that's been made. Let's go dig into it. All right, let's get into it. This is how my first wall came out. It is ready to be stood up, but I need help standing it up. And later today, hopefully I'm gonna have help getting this stood up and braced. And it's a major milestone getting this up there. Few things I ran into, and this required so much thought and measurement and design. So a few things here. This is the front wall, the gable end. 2 windows, 36 inches wide, 48 inches high, and then a door. Standard door, and I went with a single door instead of a double door. I did that by design so I can maximize my space inside the building. The door is going to be opening up exterior, which is not common. It's actually pretty rare for an exterior door, but again, I want to maximize my space in there. Few things that I ran into. One, when planning this out, I designed this so that this wall is going to hold my carrying beam for the pavilion. The pavilion beam goes to where you see that orange cone over there. Underneath that orange cone is indeed a bracket. In that bracket, I've already laid out, squared, and got where it needs to be. Okay, I can't move it, but I was going to show you. Oh, maybe I can. Here we go. Here's the bracket. Oh man, it got snow in there and all that. But I'm covering that up so no one gets hurt and I don't break the bracket with the winter. What I realized is I had to account for a 14-inch wide beam. That's double LVLs. It's going to go right over here. But what I realized is when I measured it, I measured the 14 inches from the top plate here to over there, which is a mistake because it's going to go in between. So I got to cut out another 1.5 inches to make sure that that beam can sit properly. The other thing that I've realized is that not all wood is created equally. This is a 2x10 header. 2x10 is 9.25 inches wide. This is a 2x12 header, a little bit stronger for the door. And I beefed it up because it's going to be carrying the roof over here. And this fit in well to give me exactly the rough cut clearance I need for the door. Where I ran into an issue is this header. This is also a 2x10 header, but that piece of wood was 9.25 inches. For whatever reason, when I originally put this in, this piece of wood was 9 3/8 inch wide. It doesn't seem like a big deal, right? Well, it is because it throws off everything else. And all my jack studs were off, and so I had to take it out, cut it out, get it to exactly where it needs to be. Ended up screwing up that cut, and I just had to take another piece of wood, which was indeed 9.25 inches. These are little headaches that I'm running into, but it's coming out pretty well. When I lift this up with friends, several friends, I'm going to be putting some blocking over here so it doesn't fall off the structure. The other thing I had to account for is the distance of the studs. A typical 2x4 is 8 foot wide, which is 8 foot long, which is 96 inches. I don't need 96 inches over here. In fact, I need 91.25. Why? Because when I put my sheathing, my exterior, basically the plywood that goes on top of this, I'm having it cover this 3/4 inch flooring, subfloor, and it's going to cover a little bit of this beam or this whatever you call it, this piece of wood by 1/4 inch. When I cover that and I put it over here, the distance from that inch overhang to all the way up top here, it has to be exactly 8 feet because that's a standard panel, and I don't want to divide the panels over there. So what I've measured is it's going to fall right in the middle here of my top plate, double top plate. And if I need to put more plywood on the gable end to go vertically, I have a place to nail it. And so that whole thought process went into this. And then over here, I got the Jig 3000, where you put a piece of wood over here, because I got to cut out these studs, like 100 of these studs, and get them exactly to the distance. And to do that, I use this jig. that I made. I just put it right over here, tap it perfectly into that back plate. And then when I put the wood down, I can make my mark, and I got the exact measurement every single time, and I can make the cut. The other thing I've realized is when you're working in the cold like this, it is 15 degrees right now, maybe 11 degrees. I don't know. It is cold. That is the degrees it is. It is cold degrees, like super cold. My batteries tend to freeze up, and it's making things progress a little bit more slowly. So hopefully it warms up in a week or two, and hopefully I don't get more snow, because the snow is a headache. Anywho, this is a long video, so I'm going to stop it there. Latest progress, very excited about it. Hope all is well. Thanks for watching. Happy Saturday, and let's keep working on it.
This is a don't tell chef. Wait, it's not enough.